And when we're doing these shows, we'll try and do, I don't know, one recent history, one not too far back, and one very far back. This is Southampton 1, Reading 3 from the 13th of April 2012. And if you look there on the screen, I've managed to get Reading's results towards the end of the season. And basically what is occurring here is, well, let me count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 out of 17.
15 out of 17. It's going into this game, I think it was 14.
Oh, beg your pardon. Yeah, you're right.
Sorry,
going into this game. So basically, this is Brian McDermott's Reading in the Championship on a title charge against Southampton of Nigel Adkins and West Ham under Big Sam. Yeah. And we get the joys. We don't often get one. Obviously, 1989 would be the obvious one where you actually get first playing second right at the end of the season for the title.
Yeah, pretty much.
And this is it, Dave, with 4 games to go, and Reading are going to win away at Southampton.
Just imagine being a Reading fan. Can you imagine being a Reading fan there? No, I've got Reading fans that were there that night. I mean, what a night. So going into this game, I think Southampton were top on goal difference. So very, very tight. And I think West Ham ultimately were going to come with a late run. And what I've got to say, I think we should say, Reading fans, don't forget, Ben, I think 2011-12, we did a double over West Ham. So they obviously got us to thank. They've probably got us to thank for that. When we beat 5-1 at Portman Road, we went 1-0 there, Lee Bowyer, 5-1 at Portman Road.
There you go.
Sorry. I had to indulge myself. Sorry, I had to indulge myself.
Let's have a look at that Southampton team first. So this is under Nigel Atkins. So go ahead, Dave. Go on.
So again, purely selfish. Bit of an Ipswich connection here as well. I mean, Kelvin Davis, who I always rated, just an absolute fantastic goalkeeper for Ipswich. Sadly had left Ipswich, some seasons before, after pretty much, after 2004, 5, 6, after we didn't quite make it, get promotion. Butterfield, solid. Jose Font, who failed.
He did well in the Premier League, actually, Jose Fonte, when they did go up in the end. I remember.
Well, when I was doing these notes yesterday, one of my sons sort of looked over my shoulder and said he's actually still playing.
No
Jose
way.
Font is still apparently he is somewhere. Yeah. Fox, Richard Chaplow, Ipswich connection there. It's a decent side in it. Hammond, Jack Cork. Look at the front. Well, I say front three. The last 3 names: Admiral Alana, Billy Sharp, and Paul Lambert. I would say Billy Sharp.
You Paul Lambert, Ricky Lambert.
Sorry, Paul Lambert. Sorry, I've got Paul Lambert on the brain. Sorry, Ricky Lambert. Sorry out there. Really, we would have Paul Lambert on the brain. Billy Sharp and Ricky Lambert. Potent, I would say. Would you describe them as a potent strike force?
I think that season, I don't know the numbers. I think Lambert got 29, but Billy Sharp just, for so many years and still able to do it in 18, 19. And like you said, Lallana's going to go on to play for England. What about this Reading team fashioned by Brian McDermott? What are your thoughts on that?
I mean, looking at sorry, again, no disrespect. Good keeper, always rated Federici, but looking at the back four, a bit of experience there. Oh, Ian Hart, we spoke about, the latter lead side. We didn't mention him. Gawkes, Pearce, sort of solid, really, isn't it? Jimmy Kebby, always rated as a winger. He had
Reading
a delivery. He had a delivery, as you'll see in this game. Hayden Mullins, again, a bit of an Ipswich connection there. Tubby, as Mick would call him, Mick McCarthy, J Tab. Joby McAnuff, always rated. I mean, he's in his prime bit. Yeah, 2012. What are we talking? Christ, it's nearly 10 years ago. Unbelievable. Yeah, still playing. Saw him play last season. Jason Roberts at that level, goal scorer. And again, Noel Hunt, who had a spell with us as well. I mean, you line those two sides up, and this is a great win, isn't it? And what a great run. I'd be nice to see. You'd think throughout that run, you said what ultimately was to be 15 out of 17 games, that you'd have thought that side, looking at it, I'm not sure the rest of their squad, but that side must have pretty much stuck together. Injuries and suspensions. You'd have thought with that side, you'd have had continuity there that got them over the line, really.
And look, March the 31st, just 3 games before, they've gone to West Ham.
Yeah.
And won 4-2. So in the running,
no,
they won away at both of their rivals.
Yeah. What
Let's
must
have a look at the goals.
What must that feel like?
So this is Jason Roberts powering in ahead of 1-0.
But you have to go back.
Jimmy Kebe cross.
Cross from Kebe. Kebe is tight to the line. He's tight to the line here, and he's run it. So he's run it, and he's sort of turned and whipped this cross in, and it's just taken out both the centre halves. It's taken out Font. And again, this is a bullet. I mean, okay, it's really close, but Roberts has just timed his run fantastically, and he just met it on the full, hasn't he? Davis got no chance.
Well, I was watching this back, said against the run of play, and from the pictures,
very much. Better reaches makes
proper away performance. Here's the equaliser in the second half. This is Ricky Lambert. I think they said
Paul Lambert. Yeah, it's a good strike. Gets a bit of deflection, I think, off Gawkes or Pearce. But I mean, he was in that sort of form, wasn't he? Whatever he hit was going to go in. Powerful, wasn't he, Lambert? Powerful.
Going to go on and play for England and for Liverpool and score goals in the Premier League.
Absolutely.
Yep. And here comes Adam Le Fondre for quite the substitute cameo, proper super sub. Just gets knocked back to him, arrives onto this one and slams it in the top corner. Again, Steens in the Reading end behind the goal there.
This is a really good goal because Le Fondre has come on a sub for Tab minutes before. He's picked the ball up in midfield, turned and run, and he's played a little interchange into Noel Hunt prior to this. Who's just a player, I think, just beyond him, who's played a nice little bit of work round the corner to Kebe again. And what Kebe does well from that, I don't think Kebe's moved. He's just almost mired his pass on the finish. Kebe, instead of sort of like a little floaty one to the back post, has just cut the ball back in an area. And that's a brilliant finish. And he's just side foot top, as they say, on sort of top bins, isn't it? Absolutely top in the apex. A brilliant goal.
Got bins. It gets better. He's going to wrap it up, Le Fondre, on the breakaway at the end there. Beautiful, decisive, round the keeper.
I mean,
and sticks that one home.
This again, Ben, is fantastic. It's a goal kick, and I think it's Hunt. Hunt helps it on. Quite a powerful header, and I think it might be the unfortunate Jose Font again. But he's running sort of side by side with Font. I don't think he fouls him at all. He's just got a bit too much pace. And what it is, he gets beyond Font. Davis is coming out, and it's the first touch. So he touches it away and makes the angle, as you can see there, and makes the angle with his right foot, and the finish is brilliant. Sort of half volley finish, very similar, I'd say, to a similar goal. Say Mark Hughes, Cup Winners' Cup final, Barcelona, who's at a bit more of an angle, to be fair, but a very similar skill where he slammed it in half volley and look at that, and right in front of your fans. My God, they know they're going. They pretty much know they're going up at that stage, don't they? It's brilliant.
Well, they do, Dave, because there you go. I'll have to move the branding again so you can see So I'm not used to looking at the top of the table. There you go. And they've done it with 2 games to go, you can see, because they draw one and lose one at the end.
After that, they had a 9-point advantage over third place West Ham. So, barring, you just up. I think they'd won 5 in a row. You say looking at the table, I mean, they needed them. 89 points, Saints 88, 86, and then a hell of a jump to Birmingham 76. For once, the playoffs sort of the third place team who finished.
I've done the research, Dave. It happens more often than you.
Why? Because I'm sorry, Patreon listeners, subscribers, because years ago when Ipswich were losing out in the playoffs, it seemed like every year, when it wasn't quite like that. Every year,
the worst one, Dave, was Pompey losing to Leicester in 1990. The year Guy Whittingham scored all those goals. I think they were like 16 points behind. They just did, in the first leg at home. They were done against Leicester and.
West Ham, I think that's,
stop it.
For one of those seasons, either 304, 405, did us, and they were
long way behind
us or something. So they got up, I think, Ricardo Vazte, I think, scored the win. I think
against Blackpool for Big Sam. That's sensational. Reading were sort of championship bosses at this point, because this is just a few years after the Steve Coppell 106. I suppose that was 06, 07. It's 5 years later. They've been up and back down.
They've
not been up since, though, have they?
No, came down next season. I thought, I'm pretty sure they didn't stay there. Finished 19th, 28 points. Yeah. Saints obviously consolidated since then. I mean, that was the season went up, consolidated since then, finished 14th, 41 points.
that would have been when everyone was really cross at them for Adkins getting them up, and then they replaced him with Maurizio Pochettino, which turned out to be a fairly highly regarded manager in the end, right?
I mean, yeah, I think so. I mean, I think you can safely say Saints, back then and years before then, quite a good model, didn't they? Really.
It seems the years have been kinder to Southampton since, doesn't it?
But I mean, when you think some of the players that went through there and they sold, gee, gods, Walcott, Bale, Lallana, Shaw, list goes on. I mean, even latterly Mane. Where is it? Incredible, really.
Van Dijk was.
Van Dijk. Yeah. I mean, God. I mean, it just goes on and on, doesn't it? Amazing,
yeah,
absolutely amazing. Yeah.
There you go. I feel like we've done a little bit of a look at what you could have won to the full Reading fans.
For what a night! I mean, what a game! I mean, to be you can just imagine. I think you showed a couple of clips.
We got some tweets. We'll do them at the end. But we got a brilliant reaction from Reading fans on
this
one.
Good stuff. Yeah.
And it seems to just be a really, really. I mean, we can speak as Ipswich fans about our playoff semi-final win against Bolton and it being a special night. I think this one is up there for the Reading fans. Yeah,
well, you're up. Okay. At least I suppose we knew we were going to Wembley. Still got another game. Who knows? This was Ipswich, but Reading pretty much. You're up then. I mean,
that was it, wasn't it?
Do that away, your closest rival. Wow, brilliant.
There you go. Southampton 1, Reading 3.